This is Drops in the Bucket, Lesson 8. So let's go ahead and write your name and class number at the top, if you have one, and then the date over here somewhere. And then we'll start with number 1. So this is like last time. Here's the last lesson we had. This is the multiplication, the times 6 multiplication table, just for times 6. But this time they're not in order. So you just can't skip count by 6. So you could either go in order. You could start with 1 and then 2 and then 3. You can skip count like that. Or let's see if I can erase those. Or you can just go through, which I think is what they're hoping that you'll do. If you need to, you could look back to yesterday's just to verify that you're correct. But here we go. So 6 times 6, 36. 6 times 7 is 42. 6 times 8, 48. 6 times 9. So these actually are in order so far. 54. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 4, 24. 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 10, 60. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 1 is 6. And 6 times nothing is still nothing. So again, over here at this part, we can look back at the table we just made, or if we can remember, 6 times 6 is 36, 42, and 48. All right, looking at number 2, 5 plus 6 is 11. Regrouped out 10. 4 plus 1 is 5. 9, 10, 11. And 7, 8, 9. So 9,151. Subtraction, we can't take 8 away from 3, so we need to come over and borrow from our neighbor. So 13 take away 8 is 5. 4 take away 3 is 1. 5 take away 4 is 1. 6 take away 2 is 4. Time again. Here we go. So 1 hour and 55 minutes plus 8 hours and 23 minutes. So again, we need to remember that if we have more than 60, we need to regroup. So if I were to add this all together right now, I would get 8 and I would get 7. So 55 minutes plus 23 minutes is 78 minutes, but that's more than an hour, right? So we need to take away 60 and add that 60 up here. And then what do we have left? We have 18. So now we have 8, 9, 10. So 10 hours. So this actually, sorry, this is a little confusing. 10 hours and 18 minutes down there. This is our answer. So 10 hours and 78 minutes turns into 10 hours and 18 minutes. All right. Adding our money over here. So 17, 9, bring the decimal point straight down, and that's 10. Don't forget the label. So multiplication, so straight up, 4 times 4 is 16, so 16, 610. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 1 more, 17, 176. All right, looking at number 3. Again, they're asking us to divide all of these into 3 equal sets. So we have 9 chicks hatching out of their eggs. And remember, come over here and think, don't think what's 9 divided by 3, think backwards. Think 3. What times 3 is 9? And that happens to equal 3. So if we come over here and we circle 3, 3, 3, we can see that we have 3 equal sets. We have the same number in each set. So this is 1 out of the 3 sets. This is 1 out of 3. This is 1 out of 3. So 1/3 of 9 is 3. So if I went back to the other page, remember we're doing this fraction. So that's what they're looking for, is there as well. All right. So number 4, A is at 1 big hop. I'm going to erase this 1/3 because it's kind of out of the way. So if we start at 0, we have 1 big hop, and then we have 1, 2, 3. So we have 1 whole inch plus 3 out of the 4 of the next inch. So that's A is at 1 3/4 inches. B is exactly at 3, so we don't even need to do anything there. C is at 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4 whole hops. And then remember that this is 4 and this is 5 and this is our half line. So C is pointing right at that half line, so it is 4.5. And then it says put a D at 5 1/4. So here's 5. So if we just hopped on right there, that would be where D is. So D is at 5 and then 1 out of the 4 of the next inch. All right, number 5, round to the nearest dollar. So $99.89. So it's between $99 and $100. And if this is our 50 cents, now we're looking at that 89. 89 would be kind of way up here somewhere. And you can see that it is closer to $100. How much money is this? Number 6, we're looking at number 6. How much money is this? So again, start off by writing the values of the coins above them. 1, 1, 25, 10. And then start off with the largest coins and cross them off as we count them. So 25, 50, 60, 70, 71, 72. So we have 72 cents. So now we need to figure out how much it would take to get to $1 from 72 cents. So we start with our dollar, and we are going to take away 72 cents. So remember, I'm going to turn this dollar into 90.10. 90.10 cents is the same as $1, but now I can do the subtraction. So 10 take away 2 is 8. 9 take away 7 is 2. So we would need 28 more cents to make $1. Number 7, multiply to find the perimeter. So that's the distance around, right? So if we started here and we were to go all the way around, back to where we started, that's the perimeter. So the perimeter of Old Forest Park. And this is actually a map of Old Forest Park. And it says it's a regular polygon. Remember, regular polygon means a shape that all the sides are straight. And regular means that they're all the same length. So it has 7 miles on each side. So this is 7, 7, 7, 7. So again, we have 4 groups of 7. 4 times 7 is 28. So we have 28, what are we counting? Miles, 7 miles. Don't forget to dot my I. Number 8. So again, we're going to start off. We always start off by looking at this long minute hand. So again, start here if you need to. Count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, plus 2 more. So 52. And now we look at this hour hand. It looks like it's almost pointing at the 2, but it's still in between the 1 and the 2. And if we saw if this hand went all the way up to the 12, we would see then it would be 2 o'clock. So we're in that 1 o'clock hour. So how many minutes has it been since it was 00? It has been 52 minutes since it was 1 o'clock. All right, number 9. We find the area of a rectangle. The area of a rectangle by adding the length of all the sides. No, that's the perimeter. So nope, not that one. By multiplying the length times the width. Yes, that's the one. C, let's look at that. Measuring its length. Nope. Right. The area, remember, is how many little squares fit inside. So we just do length times width. Now number 10. Here in this circle, it's been cut into 4 pieces, and 3 of those were shaded. In this circle, let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's been cut into 8 pieces, and 6 of those 8 have been shaded. So you can see that the shaded part on each of these is worth the same amount. You just get smaller pieces if you cut them into 8 rather than 4. All right, that's drops in the bucket. Lesson 8.